All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Haikyuu, Season 2, Episode 20.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting the rematch.
We're getting the legendary rematch, the one that was foretold.
Was foretold indeed.
Yes. The shadowings. The foreshadowings and everything.
Yep. Aoba Johsai and Karasuno.
Yes, the legendary battle is about to commence. Now, there's obviously going to be the pregame warm-ups and everything getting ready and
all the
there.
pregame smack talk.
Oh,
I would be remiss if Haikyuu did not
a lot coming from
Oikawa.
Oikawa,
give
yes.
a bunch of smack.
Thank you for reminding me to take up the name of Boikawa.
Yes.
Now, I don't really have any expectations as to how the beginning of the match will go. But I'm guessing that this is going to be a decent-sized match. You might even be like writing that it's going to take up the whole rest of the...
I think it really could.
The whole rest of the bit here. Which does lead me to think that either... Well, it just leads me to think it's not as obvious that Karasuno is going to win.
Well, I feel like...
yes.
They could have Karasuno not win, but they have to have Karasuno win. Like,
yes, I'm with you. But I'm going to put myself now to about 75-25 in Karasuno winning. I think I was about 90-10.
I'd put myself at about 82-18.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
roughly there.
Sounds great. Guys, it's going to be awesome. So without further ado, let's get into this. It's time to Haikyuu. Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow.
I love this.
Yes, Oikawa, thank you.
What the heck?
I would expect nothing less.
That was amazing. Is he really a third year?
Third year in middle school.
Oh, Karasuno's got another girl.
Wow.
He looks so creepy. Oh! Ah, Kyoko, defender of Yachi.
Yeah.
Tanaka be like, now get away from our girls. Yeah. Karasuno's guard is too strong.
Okay, that was
so beautiful.
That was amazing.
Oh, he's here.
He's important? No, judging from his hair, he's a complete background character. Not at all trying to draw attention to himself.
Right. He has not one obscure color of hair. He has 2 colors of hair on his head.
Well, and he has it alternate multiple times. It's not like with Nishinoya where it's like you've got this tuft at the front or whatever, but like he's got stripes.
Right, stripes.
And I'm pretty sure he had an eyeliner.
I think the only person I'm pretty sure wears eyeliner is Oikawa. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if he draws in his eyebrows to be like extra defined as well.
Sure, and like if he has like a breakout, he's like, oh crap, let's cover this up.
Yes.
Put some foundation on
He goes and like opens up that special drawer and he's just like, oh god. just goes to town on his face for like 30 minutes. And like, they're like, dude, there's a game on right now. What do you do? It's like, no, you don't understand. You don't understand. This is life or death. They're like, we're losing the set. Like, there's still 2 more after that. They're like,
every little bit matters.
Question is, if it was against Shiratorizawa, would he like make the sacrifice and come out like looking not his best, you know? I mean, on some level, Boikawa is very egotistical, but he's not like, you know, a complete, you know, dickhead. Wow.
Aged? Really?
Oh, that's right. These are all the other captains. Yeah. He kind of weaves and bobs his head like an owl too. That's amazing. Nice.
Mikasa.
All right. They won the toss. A sign of things to come.
Okay.
Line up, everybody. Oh, yeah.
Everyone giving their most stern
I
expression.
love how everyone is giving slightly different expressions, though. Not everyone is giving, like, intense expressions. Oh, Tsukishima. Nah, he's looking off to the side.
Yeah. It's things like that that, like, I always compare to, like, books and stuff, because you can't really do that effectively in a book, because it would end up, like, being, like, cluttering, you know?
Yeah,
but
definitely.
with a visual medium like this, you can totally do it and have it really work.
That's a great point, yeah.
Coach keeps it simple, and then Boikoa comes in.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because you almost lost.
Yeah. All right. All out from the start. Oh, I'm scared about what that means.
Who's gonna be in?
So.
He was
That was
expecting
great.
to say the reverse, but
Right. We believe in your serves. Whoa. Oh, dang. Seriously?
wow.
Oh, crap.
まあぶっちゃけお前らは成長と相性が悪いああいうザ柔軟性安定感ってチームとはな
Yep.
でも超えていくしかねえ
All right. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, man.
Yep.
Oh, and he's serving first. Of course they would set it up that way.
Yeah.
Is
Watch.
he? He's a freaking cannon.
サーブでいきなり流れ持ってかれたらやばいけど残念ながらお前は
Oh, we got Tanaka, Nishinoya, and Daichi. Okay.
Yeah, so they're solid for their back
Yeah.
line.
決めるに決まってる
Well done. Wow.
Just because Daichi got injured.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
and that was their
ready.
stare as captains across each other. Wow. Oh, air battles, air battles. Oh, well done. Well done, Kageyama. Oh, Nishinoya.
Right out the gate.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah, Nasa, he's coming in as the ace. Well done, starting out strong. Nice kill.
And Suga jumped super high.
Yeah. Well done.
Okay.
And now it's back. Kageyama doing the exact same thing he was taught. Wow! That's really good! Oh, it was just barely out. Ah. Whoa, nice.
すげえサーブ続くな
That's right, yeah, because all of them have been practicing to try and get
hit it back.
to do the jump serves.
Well done! Yeah, Karasuno
right.
adapting. Ah, Tanaka. Look at Ukai and Takano Tetsu. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Big Sis is cheering you on.
Ninja, stop it. I was like, I'm hungry. Feed me.
Oh, Tsukishima, here we go.
Well done. Suki's been
That was
perfect serve. Oh, good job, Daichi. Oh, Kin Daichi's there. Who's saving it? Who's saving it?
Nishinoya.
Oh, Suki!
Yes!
Suki!
Yes! All right.
Wow. Oh, one touch, one touch.
Okay.
あの絶望の一歩を
Oh. Negative tempo. Oh, they're hyper animated. The toss didn't stop.
Wait.
He sees the spot.
Yeah, but...
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, that was... Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
That was,
Wow, Hinata.
that visual.
My man. Wow. They've got everything on Aoba Johsai right now. Like... I woke you up, you dumbass. Wow! The placement of that serve
was like perfect.
Yeah.
All those times they lost and had to do the dive receives.
Oh, that's just so hot. That's so hot. Oh my god.
All right.
Please.
Yes.
More of that. I'm just... Oh, it's delightful.
Mission.
Yes.
All right, surface ace. Here we go.
Oh, that's some good receives right there. Nicely done. Well done. Ooh. Okay, it's just back and forth battling it out, but Karasuno's keeping the lead.
This is going very quickly.
Jumped really early.
Oh, he's forcing it to the side.
No.
Gotcha. Yep.
Oh, you read that
so he
right.
forced it to him.
Well done.
Okay.
Keeping it in the lead though. Right. Yeah. Well done.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Suga from the sidelines giving them advice. Oh, that's the combo right there. That's the duo. All right, let me guess. It's gonna be Boikawa. Yep, Boikawa's gonna be serving.
And he does the look up, like from the ending.
Yep. Oh no. It's gonna come in fast.
Yeah.
Oh, the animation! Oh! Oh, it's just out of bounds.
No, that was in, and it was so fast. Wait, it was out of bounds?
It's out of bounds, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Whew.
Yep. Ramen for... What the hell was that? Was his hand...
Yeah, Nishinoya's like, got a crush now. Like...
Yes, well said.
Yeah.
You don't need to kill this serve necessarily. Whoa, their libero is good.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
That's
Okay. If there's a deuce and it goes for a long time on the,
first set.
that way, they're
you're right.
They're beat for the rest of the game. Like it's
right. So it should now be a Waizumi's serve, I believe. Oh, this is it. The
they're
pinch
bringing
server.
him out.
This is their pinch server. Oh wait, no, he's switching out for 13, so he's
but
not
he
switching
might
for
have.
Waizumi. I could see him being a really good blocker, yeah.
Sure. Maybe a match for Tsukishima.
Oh,
Since he's so serious about everything.
Oh, that was fluid.
Man,
Dang. Oh, yep, he is. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Whoa! Oh, dang.
okay.
He hurt his own teammate just to get that. Well. We have a new, a new entity on the court.
All right.
And you're right. I think this set is going to be a very long one.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow, what an entry though into the game. They actually covered a lot of ground.
I'm really surprised though that the coach seemed like
proud of
that. Yeah. Okay, I mean, this is anime, granted, but they've done a great job of showing how it's all about the team, right? Noika was all about the team. Maybe that was why we didn't see him before, because he was like...
He's a loose cannon.
He's a loose cannon, so Oikawa just maybe didn't want him on the team or something like that, or I don't know.
Sure.
But...
I wouldn't want him on the team even if he's skilled, because if he's going to disrupt the flow, Nekoma really has the whole understanding of what volleyball is about down. It's about making connections. Right. It's about having a 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3.
Well, and that might be why they didn't play him up till that point. They only did it when it's like, okay, this, like, we need to make sure we get this point.
So he's basically a Tanaka or an Asahi, but like quiet, terrifying power.
Like Dark Side. Like
Dark Side.
Think like if you have like a racing, like car racing thing or whatever, and they have some sort of like thing that they flood the engine with that makes it do better, but it destroys the engine, like nitro.
But like destroys the engine.
Well, I mean, because that's like it damages the engine. That's generally what that stuff does, right? So they have it specifically for those moments and nothing else. Like I could see that.
Crazy.
Whoa. Okay. So they're getting back into this whole match,
and the animation is so good.
Yeah,
it's so good. They've been holding out on this intentionally.
I had the feeling that they were doing that when they showed all of like the panning still images of like the other characters. And granted, it was like good. It was good that they showed us all the other characters on the sidelines and things like that. But I was like, do they have some special things planned? Like, what is there something that I need to be looking forward to?
Oh, yes, definitely.
And wow,
in this case,
line animation.
Yeah, in this case, it's the kind of thing where basically like that way you see in a shonen, like a battle shonen, where that big punch gets like hyper animated into all its details, and there's extra lines essentially on everything in order to make it seem like there's more motion when it's in slow motion. So overall, it was just fantastic. They did even the ripple where Boikawa's hand hit the ball, and it made the whole thing like dispel it was a water balloon or something.
I think that might have been. Now, I think that was CG. What we saw there.
Oh, that's a very good possibility.
And that was good CG.
Well, it was also short amounts.
It was
of CG.
short, yes.
It lasted for about 1.2 seconds or something like that.
Yeah. But it's those things where they can do all these things that they don't normally do as far as the visuals are concerned. The CG, the line art, because they'll do it sometimes, but they don't do it a lot. And because of that, when they do it, it helps communicate just how insane what is about to happen.
It's beautiful. It's so good. All right, so we have the teams matchup kind of on display here. Karasuno has evolved again. They've gotten more techniques, more kind of fluid nature to their their movements and stuff. So they feel actually a lot more like Nekoma, in my opinion.
Sure.
I feel like they incorporated, in terms of the most that they got out of other teams, is Nekoma's ability to kind of keep things shifted for when the other team adapts into something. So they're not necessarily able to beat everything that Aoba Johsai's defense can throw at them, but
they can handle the offense a lot.
They can handle the offense a lot,
which is the main thing. Because the last time they played them, it was like even though it was all about like Oikawa making his teammates better and all that stuff.
Right.
Let's be real. He was just going service ace after service ace after service ace.
Well, he did get a lot of service aces, yes. But like Nishinoya carried a lot of Karasuno's defense in the past. Daichi did a huge amount too.
But now it's like, for the most part.
But now, like, Tsukishima is being a threat.
Tsukishima,
Hinata is even a defensive threat. Like Kageyama is a defensive threat. So basically, everyone has touched up all of their weak points. But then you have people like Nishinoya coming in and doing a jump set. You have, alternate timings on the sets for different spikers, so the different types of tempo. And that alone is scary, but then you have the toss that stops.
Right.
And
the way I love how they spin in the background, you know, while the ball is staying in, like,
that stuff
perspective
just
and all that
brings warmth and just happiness to me. It's
love
so
that.
beautiful.
I love that too. That was all the stuff that they did with that was amazing. But you know what my favorite part from the things that happened on Karasuno's team were?
Oh, in the game or just as the episode?
Well,
because I know your favorite moment in the episode.
The whole thing with Kyoko blocking the ball, that was great. And then Tanaka,
was so good.
And
Tanaka
then
being like, "Now take this back.
Go
to your side of the court."
That was great. And of course Hinata being all like, "I want to touch the ball." like, come on,
Senpai.
Yeah.
Please notice
Why
me.
isn't Senpai noticing me? Why is Senpai giving so much attention to all these other people? Like, do I have to murder them? Like,
it's moments like that where you realize, yes, Hinata is truly a yandere for the volleyball.
But
it's just true.
But no, my favorite thing was watching Tsukishima dive.
Oh,
for a
yes.
That was my favorite thing.
Well, you know what it also is? There's a little bit of practicality here. Remember, Tsukishima is one of the smarter people on the team, right? Mm-hmm. He sees Hinata going up to Spike, and he sees that he's getting blocked. So Tsukishima has learned about blocking at the higher level. So he sees that the person blocking is at a higher level.
Right, that they're going to stop this one. And
so he intentionally moved in that direction before it was even there. Like the people on the sideline mentioned, wow, it's a great thing he was in that position. Like he was in that spot.
Right.
So Tsukishima had to dive because it came in so fast. Like he had to get low. You know? But he was already there because in some ways he doesn't believe fully in Hinata.
I thought that was a very nice little detail. That it's like, oh, he's not going to make it through. Like his skepticism basically
His skepticism saves that point.
But here's the thing. Now you could say that this is there's all it all depends on the weights and ratios of how much Tsukishima doubts in Hinata's abilities versus how willing he is to put in effort without guarantee of it being worthwhile. Now, either way,
it's awesome.
Either way, I love it. It's amazing because those are the kinds of things that we wouldn't see Tsukishima do a lot of the time.
Yes,
or at the very least, he wouldn't go after it. So, because with something like that, you can't hesitate, right?
Well, yes,
you have to, like you were saying, you have to be going preemptively, and the fact that he was able to do that and save what would have been like a complete shutdown was just.
Yeah, it's a testament, I would say, to the blocker. They called him Matsun, I think. He was pretty scary too. But how stiff the block is in that this volleyball, which is pretty light, by the way, doesn't weigh much at all. So it hits and almost gives 80% of that force that it was hit with back, back towards the ground. So it's coming in very fast. And when we look at kind of Tsukishima's little moves here, we see someone who, while he maybe gave 60 or 70% at the very beginning, he upgraded to about, 75, 80%. Yeah. But this is Tsukishima giving very close to 100%.
Well,
very close.
I would say, I don't think it is.
Oh.
I don't think it is. And this is what I'm really excited about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This guy that came in, all right? The new guy on Aoba Johsai's team, right? He is like the extreme equivalent of how Tsukishima saw Kageyama at the beginning, the king of the court, right?
Right.
He literally shoved a teammate out of the way so that he could spike the ball.
He could have broken his ankle or his ankle.
Yeah. He Daichi we just saw Daichi get injured. And I know that he didn't see whatever, but the point is that's something that can very much happen.
True.
And he just comes in and it's like, no, I'm going to do this. Now he ended up getting the point. But I get the feeling that's going to rub Tsukishima the wrong way.
This guy pisses me off.
Yep. If Tsukishima is
so much,
then Tsukishima is basically like the most cat-like person of all the people on the Crow team, right?
And this guy's basically a bulldog.
He's petting him backwards.
Well, not only that, this is a rowdy bulldog on the other side.
Yeah.
And
he's just
like drool and like big cheek flaps that are way too big and teeth that are all ugly and coming an underbite.
Tsukishima is just gonna be Just thinking of all the different ways that he can take his paw and just rake across his face and leave some nice red lines on there.
And if you think about what Yachi has been kind of building up, was she was saying that there's so much power behind the spikes. Sorry, the serves of Boikawa.
Right.
So much so that someone else said that almost looked like a spike. Now, here's what I want to draw a connection to. The only other person who hit the ball kind of that hard was, I think Iwaizumi came close, but this new guy here, I forgot his name, but we'll probably get reminded of it. He hit it that hard as well.
Right.
Now we've had injuries in the past, or an injury, a big one recently.
Right.
I think that there's a very real possibility that we're going to see Tsukishima like take a big hit for the team, and those glasses are going to come in like...
Oh, like you think he's going to Scott Sterling it? Like
I think there's going to be a point where he's going to try to block it, and it's not going to matter. It's going to go through and hit him in the face, and literally the glasses are going to have like saved him.
Okay,
like,
sure. Well, and the idea, because also the idea that like if that hit just regular glasses, that could break them, it could do all kinds of stuff.
And then the glass could go into places you don't want it to go. Yeah, and that's why you wear those, because those are not those are not glass, I'm guessing.
Well, or if they are, they're very thick and they're
reinforced, or they're reinforced with something extra in addition that still has a lens in it, so that it's not screwing with Tsukishima's eyesight. So he's not running around being like, wait,
everything out of focus.
Everything's got like a filter in front of it.
Right, that probably wouldn't make blocking any easier.
True,
but that like, because they've been building up Tsukishima as far as like.
The characters on Karasuno that are still being built up.
That are still being built up, like as far as like upgrading to main character status, almost kind of like what My Hero Academia likes to do.
True.
This feels a lot like Todoroki. Now maybe it's because it's the more cool, like not super expressive character, you know.
Gotcha.
But they've been building it up. The whole season, Suki having that moment where, you know, and we've seen that he has that cocky part of him where he'll be like, oh yeah, I just blocked you.
He'll like, do this like sly, like thin smile where he like raises one. He's like, It's interesting because when he does it, he's usually looking down on someone.
Sure.
So it looks condescending. But the thing is, that's just how tall he is.
Right. He's just
he's looking down on everyone.
Right. He's just like, I totally stopped you right there. Yeah.
He's like, how did that feel?
And
you want to try that again?
And we've never seen Tsukishima really smile. We've seen him smirk.
Yeah.
But
I
get the feeling we're going to see a full smile.
A full-on, like something that
like
we would expect to see from Bokuto. Like something where it's it's almost goofy.
Right,
because you remember
where other people just look at me and are like,
right, do you remember when Kageyama smiled, like, cheerfully for the first time? And, like, Hinata was all like, oh, you want to fight me or something, bro? He was like, what is this emotion? I can't read this.
Let me see if I can recreate it.
This is really funny. And it's the kind of thing where you see someone who's dedicated themselves so much to a specific craft that they literally do not know how to interact with people. I mean, like, socially, not in the functional sense where you would need for volleyball communication. I'm talking about like real life communication. That's the kind of thing I expect to see from Tsukishima, but instead of being like creepy and weird, it's the more of the thing where it just looks goofy, right? Because it's something that he's not used to expressing. But he has that emotion in him. Right. It's just held back.
The idea that with Kageyama, it was something that he was actively trying to do because he's like, I should smile at this point.
It wasn't natural.
Right. Whereas with Tsukishima, it's going to be one of those things where
it's just going to break out.
It's going to break out. And now it's going to be like, whoa, he has teeth. Like, you know, like.
And I love the way you went like this, because it's like he's looking up, but he kind of like, you know, it reminds me in a lot of ways of how they did the thing with Bokuto and Kuro. And Kuro is kind of being like, you weren't ready with all those penalties and stuff. And Bokuto is just like, like he's doing the owl bob and head weave thing, because owls do this thing where they weave and bob their head to be able to get a line on the range of an object to them.
Yeah.
And they do this to like triangulate its position from different angles and stuff. But just the idea that like Hinata is so confused by what he sees that he's all like,
well, and the thing
whoa!
is that would be the best thing about it too, because it would be this thing where immediately the smile just disappears because Tsukishima's just like
let me try it. It's like,
and you're like, you're talking about it, and it's like, wait, no, where'd it go? Hinata, stop.
Wait, let's try because I think Tsukishima would actually do more of a that. Not really maybe that's a good one, yeah. But then I think what would happen is like he would go from to that fast, just
right,
back, and then I'll be like, and
like a switch has been flipped, and it's like on and off. No.
Even Tanaka would be like, "Oh, that gave me chills, psychopath!" Something like
one of the other teammates is like, "Huh? Oh, I thought I saw something weird."
like Tsukishima smiles and stuff like that, and then Oikawa turns to get up when he realizes his team messed up something on the block, and then he gets this this chill, and then turns around. By the time he turns around, Tsukishima's just looking at him just doesn't care, but a little bit of just kind of indignation,
So
I love that we spent all this time talking about facial expressions and Haikyuu's characters, but this episode is good.
This is one of those things where, I said before that I had a feeling that Tsukishima was going to have his moment in the match with Aoba Johsai, right? This is why something like this, it just warms my heart so much. We have mentioned that the earlier something is introduced in a narrative, the more important it is, the more likelihood that it's like, this is something to focus on, right?
Right.
So the fact that they brought it back up here when it was brought up so long ago, it's like, hey, we're getting towards the conclusion of that language.
I don't think they brought it up as obviously as we would think. The whole Tsukishima bit.
Okay, yeah, I know that was a very
is a very small thing. We're extrapolating out because we know that it's coming.
It's coming.
We know that it's coming.
But
if I want to take a stab at this whole thing of when it's going to happen, I think it's coming in this game. I think that makes sense for it too.
Do you think it's coming with that guy, though?
No. Here's the thing. I think that it doesn't necessarily have to come with any specific guy. But what I think it's going to come is in the third set. There's going to be a point where Aoba Johsai and Karasuno are going at it and they're getting tired. And basically it's that point where Tsukishima goes, like you said, and he actually taps into 100%, and he just starts blocking things. And Aoba Johsai keeps grabbing it and picking back up and trying, but Tsukishima keeps blocking it and blocking it.
Okay.
And it's like, can you just stop already? And he just kind of goes, no.
Right. It's like, it's the idea of
he just kind of smirks.
And everyone else on maybe Karasuno is like, where is this energy coming from? Like, what?
Right, because that's the thing that's the thing that we've constantly seen being thrown out as an opposite for Tsukishima, is we don't actually know where his energy limits are, because it seems like he just stops trying after a certain point. It's not that he's actually a low energy guy. He is a low energy temperament.
Right.
But that's nothing to do with his physical reserves of energy. So I think that someone who's that tall, someone that's that kind of well built, he's got a good lanky kind of frame and stuff like that, I'll bet you he can tap into tons of energy. It's just a question of whether or not he has the mental will to move when his body doesn't want him to move.
Well, and here's the other thing. So if everyone else has already previously had their moments, right?
Ah, true.
Right?
True.
Then now there's a
lot of moments that can happen.
Like there can be basically that inverted bell
Yamaguchi
curve,
hasn't had his biggest moment yet.
That's true.
And that's going to happen this game,
but
sure.
Usually there will be this point where you have the moment, right? And then you're high energy. And then the energy starts to go down as you basically get into the slog of everything, and that energy is what helps you push through it, right?
Yep.
And then you go past that, and then you get up to the point where you've really attained mastery of something, and then it's just natural, it's easy, it's fun, right?
Yep.
And you'll still push yourself for other things, but for that one original place that you were at, right?
You kind of forget about it because it's just natural now.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at with certain things in Frisbee.
Yeah.
And just today I tried something where I was trying to mimic the toss that stops, essentially. I'm sorry, I'll let you get back to this real quick, but I was basically utilizing that as a means to throw far ahead of people, but having it basically stop in the air so that they have enough time to run underneath it and stuff before it ends and stuff like that. So keep going.
But But because everyone else has basically already had that thing where they love volleyball now, even though they have to push themselves really hard.
Yes.
Right? Tsukishima, he does it, but he hasn't had that moment yet.
Right.
So the moment when he has the moment, that will basically be like first time like drug use kind of a thing where he's just like
he gets addicted to it.
He basically gets addicted, and suddenly whatever part of his mind that controls his like exhaustion levels is just turned off. It's ignored.
Right.
It's, the circuits are cut.
There's a very real thing that happens when you just get addicted to something where your energy levels stop meaning as much.
Right.
Because one, in this case, the characters are young.
Yes.
So I will say this matters less and less the older you get.
Right.
But I'm 27 and I outrun those like 19-year-old like high frame like crazy people on the frisbee field, and it's like, all right, yeah. Hey, you're in my field now. So like,
but anyway, so that's something I am so excited to see.
I'm excited for it too
because
on the defensive side of things, the real MVP this episode, freaking Daichi.
Yeah,
there
Daichi
were
was
two
insane.
serves that went perfectly on the back corner. And he
got them like a
stops them.
Yeah.
And okay, here's the thing that's crazy. Because of Haikyuu, I went and watched a bunch of like actual like professional volleyball games like on YouTube and stuff. The amount of reaction time required to do these things is stupid. Yeah. It's stupidly small. You have no window. You have to move like before like the things happen. Like like
the idea that, like, as you're seeing them, say, like, wind up for a spike and stuff, by how they're winding up, during that time you're already moving because you're seeing it's going to come in this general area or something like that.
Yeah. Right? So you won't see necessarily people diving for things that don't exist, like people like diving, like, it's kind of like the soccer goal kick, where you'll see the kick happen and the goalie basically has no time to know exactly where it's going to go, so they dive in a specific direction and it ends up being the wrong one. That just comes with training, but that's my point, is that in volleyball, what I saw was people would hit these spikes and people would be already moving to where basically they just kind of drop a knee and their hands are already down there like this.
Right.
But the crazy thing is that the way they receive it sends it almost perfectly back to the setter, like almost every single time.
Yeah,
that's insane.
That's what's ridiculous.
And the fact that Daichi was doing that relatively well. Not perfectly. There was one that he didn't do perfectly.
Yeah.
But he's doing that consistently on the ground. Like when he's diving on the ground. Like there's a stat. I was talking about this with a friend of mine. I don't remember who it was exactly, but we were talking about the plus minus score, where basically when someone is on the court, they may not be doing as much, or they may be on the field or whatever. You notice that your team does better. They don't actually score a lot. But it's basically the idea of,
gotcha.
Does my team score more when I am involved in the play or I am on the field or whatever, than when I'm off the field? Does my team score less? Does my team make more mistakes?
Gotcha.
It basically shows the influence of a player on the field. It's
Even if it's not direct, like they were the one who made this point.
It's very useful for basketball, because basketball has a lot of solo interactions because it's got a single ball and stuff like that. Frisbee, I would say, is another great example of that. But it's much easier to tell because there's mistakes that you make and stuff like that. But the point is, I think volleyball should have that as well, except for the fact that you almost always have the same 6 people on the court. So there's not as much switching out of players.
Sure.
So I just think that Daichi, if he was ever plugged into that statistic tracker, he would have a very high plus thing. It's just basically that. I mean, we saw it this season. We saw that when he was injured and taken off the court, the entire team struggled.
Which makes it so that the fact that they're like, okay, Daichi's here, we actually have him for this match because we were worried that we wouldn't. He makes some awesome plays, and it's like, okay, yes, thank you, and thank you for showing us that, because you had recently just told us about how, yes, he does do those things, so now we can see it.
Yeah, and I think that's good that they didn't have to show like Nishinoya being their best defender.
Right, because we already know Nishinoya is amazing.
Right. Yeah. Instead, we more make the point of, Daichi being here means a lot for the team.
Just like how they didn't really focus on Oikawa getting service ace after service ace.
Ooh.
Aoba Johsai still got a ton of points, and some of them were probably service aces maybe, but... What?
I just clicked with something.
What?
Aoba Johsai has to lose.
Well, yeah.
No, like, they have to lose. I'm 100% Aoba Johsai will lose. You know why? Because
Why?
they brought in this player. It breaks the rule of the best 6. It breaks the rule of everything we've come to be built up in the second season of volleyball. In that it's not the one person. Right. It's not the freak quick that's going to win us the games. It's every single person on there doing their best as a team. By this guy being brought in there, if he's not quickly taken out, Aoba Johsai loses.
Right. And I get the feeling that we'll be quickly taking him out, but it's still one of those things where it's kind of them admitting we aren't sure that we would be able to do this without, basically, our nitro in the engine or whatever.
Right. We can't do this with our best 6. We need to bring in someone who's slightly worse in some areas just so they can have that little chaotic spike in a specific area.
Right. Exactly.
Which, I just tell you, that is not necessarily, like, good in, I'd say, almost any sport that I've seen.
Right. If this was a battle shonen where you have your inner demon power, then maybe...
This is Aoba Johsai tapping into their battle shonen inner demon power, and it's gonna come back to bite them so hard.
No.
And I'm ready for that.
But it's really just gonna be Tsukishima smiling as he just
hey, well, Tsukishima
smacks
is
right
the Karasuno inner demon that will be released. His cat demon. All right, guys, this is a fantastic episode. Great stuff. Hyped for this upcoming match.
Yes.
And they covered a lot of ground in this first set,
did.
but maybe this set's going to go on for a very long time.
I think it will. That
Be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you want to watch the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us about whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.